dynamic Justin Fields. He's gone over 4,000 yards passing now for the year. It's the Packers and the Giants on Sunday night primetime.
We have a cold night in the Northeast. A bad evening to be without a parka, but we are set for football at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, well, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the New York Giants. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They come in off the extended break from the bye.
I think it was much needed as well. You play two.
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. The Giants ready to go now on offense, and under center is the man in possession of a new contract for 2023 and beyond. In his fifth season now, Daniel Jones.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. You look at this Packers defense. Against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
So, this game, I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick. And
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Quay Walker, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. From the gun, here's a run by Gainwell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Now Jones. Here's a screen with Gainwell. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this will be taken at the 13. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. They'll be led out by a man who nearly broke the single-season rushing record for quarterbacks last season. A true dual threat out of Ohio State, Justin Fields.
And he did everything possible to rally his team to a win last week, didn't he? What did he throw for?
Over 450 yards.
I mean, that's a pretty phenomenal performance. So, obviously, he and the offense were clicking pretty well. The other 2/3, though, that comes into question. Defense and special teams, they'll need all of them to play better in this one, too.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The Packers at 8-4 now in the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game.
Fields hit and the ball is loose. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Play action. It's Fields. That is incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Out to his left, and he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Throwing, Jones. Touchdown! Darren Waller, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Giants put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. He'll buy some time right. Pass caught, it's Romeo Doubs. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Off play action. Fields rolling to his left. Pass out left, caught by Woods. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Touchdown, Packers! From 3 yards out. And the Packers are an extra point away from drawing level. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Carlson's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week. And in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Off play action. Jones. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Operating from the gun. Jones. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. You look at this Packers defense. They enter this one number 13, Charles, in the NFL in stopping the run.
And that play right there shows exactly why they're so good against the run.
Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That good for and a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Half 18, half 18.
Quick slant into the hands of Darren Waller. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
Well, the Giants are going to be set up with a first and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
New York Giants.
Looking to throw. Jones. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Donovan Peoples-Jones from a yard out. And the Giants have taken the lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive. And they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. That's caught by the rookie Jaden Reed. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On play action, Fields. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And not able to get any further as he's taken down right there at the 26. That's going to be caught. And it's a Packers touchdown. Christian Watson, 26 yards. And the Packers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Carlson's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. New York's offense back out there and set to go. And that last touchdown drive they had, very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And they'll stay on the ground with Gainwell again. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Jones. Oh, and that is incomplete.
That can be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Fielded just inside the 30. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Justin Fields going to lead his offense back out. He's thrown touchdown passes on his last 2 drives as he begins here, 1st and 10. Here's Fields.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Woods. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
Now a 1st down throw. Fields.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Here's Fields.
And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Romeo Doubs
from 21 yards away. And the Packers have moved out in front.
Carlson's extra point up and good.
And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Let's look at Kenneth Gainwell as this offense comes back out. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen, put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well.
At the 25-yard line.
Back to Gainwell here on 2nd down.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Jones to throw on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
On is Jamie Gillen to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Green Bay about set for another series. Here comes Romeo Doubs.
Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the week, in practice, and look, he asks for the ball all the time anyway. He's really going to ask for the ball and let his quarterback know he's open.
They're throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. Touchdown, Packers!
Romeo Doubs
with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Carlson's extra point up and good, and the lead now up to 14. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The possession switching back to the New York Giants.
Here we go, hey.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for loss, Charles, rolling the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. You might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
Here's Jones to throw on 2nd down. And this is incomplete.
Absolutely nowhere to go with the football, and he's just going to put this one in the Hudson River. Maybe he's a little fortunate he didn't get called for grounding because that one was well over everyone's head.
Okay, here we go.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. Back to throw. Jones. That is caught. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They'll try the left side with Gainwell. Fights off the defender. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 67 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive they went 3 and out.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Gainwell. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That really sets them back. A loss of 6. So they get pushed back to the 11. And here's 2nd and goal. Again, a run with Gainwell. And he will take it all in for a giant touchdown. Kenneth Gainwell, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Giants have got it back to within a score. Extra point by York is up and good. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Nixon now from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Green Bay about set for another series. Here comes Romeo Doubs, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but his shredding defense is getting good yardage with each and every one of them.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Looking to throw on 2nd down, Fields. He's got the hookup with Doubs. And they get him to the ground quickly, but he's out near midfield at the 49-yard line. Fields on 1st down. Completes it again to Doubs. And he's brought down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Again, Fields. That's complete to Doubs. The line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Fields. Touchdown! Jaden Reed, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Carlson's extra point up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
Giants 21.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Giants now going to take over late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Now Jones. A short one here, secured by the tight end Waller. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a 1st. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Let's go, baby. Let's have some fun. Let's be smart.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And that is no good. Hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Yeah, it's been a disappointing first half for him, all things considered. And this can serve as the capper. It's a missed field goal in the late going, and that's only going to serve to lessen the mood even further.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. Green Bay about set for another series. Here comes Romeo Doubs. And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good, and I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in and in the zone and on a roll. It's continuing to adjust throughout the game because, you know, the defense is kicking coverages towards him, trying their best to slow him down, and he keeps getting the...
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Not the way you envision things to start out the 3rd quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the 2nd half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. Now a handoff coming left is Gainwell. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Giants. Kenneth Gainwell with his second touchdown of the night. And the Giants take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Nixon now from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Now Hall to start the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Hall again on 2nd down. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Well, let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They snap it to Fields. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell. Well, he gave one defender the slip, but others waiting in the wings and dropping him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Back to Gainwell here on 2nd down. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
York on for the field goal. A 36-yard attempt.
York able to send this one through, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And they'll accept that penalty. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. On the handoff, Gainwell. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. Again, it'll be Gainwell. And he's going to pull his way into the end zone for a Giants touchdown. Kenneth Gainwell, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Giants are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by York is up and good. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. A shotgun snap, Fields. And he's got his man in stride, complete. He's got got this almost to the 40 before going out. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
Fields now to throw. Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. On first down, Fields. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 22-yard line.
To the air again, Fields. Lead it out left to Dobbs.
And it's a Packers touchdown.
Romeo Dobbs.
A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers have moved out in front.
Carlson's extra point up and good.
And they will take a 7-point lead. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Let's look at Kenneth Gainwell as this offense comes back out.
I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy,
Jones hit, and the ball's out.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line. The pocket collapse.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this.
After review of the play,
so that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Throwing on second and long. Jones. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. Throwing Jones. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Devondre Campbell, nice play to get in there and drop him.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7-0 on the return. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
What's the deal, y'all?
So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic first down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Yeah, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Back to throw, Fields.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down.
Now Fields.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Giants are going to get the football back. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down.
He'll check this one down to Gainwell.
They'll wind up getting just a yard. And 3rd and 8 now.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
On 3rd down, Jones.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have the Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Running right, this is Gainwell.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford.
2nd down and a yard.
It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. They're going to try the jet sweep. Robinson with it.
That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it's enough to get them a 1st down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball. Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This is caught. Touchdown, Giants. Darren Waller, his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Giants are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. If you've been waiting all day for Sunday night, it's been worth the wait. All tied here in the 4th as the kick is away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Now come the Packers for their next drive as we take a look at the playoff race in the NFC coming into the weekend.
And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for, and remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now. But he was fortunate on that one, not to have another turnover on his ledger.
That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they're going to speed things up here.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Play action, Fields.
And this one is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away.
This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10.
New York ready to go again offensively. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter.
Here we go, hey.
Jones now on 1st down. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. They run behind center with Gainwell. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Timberland.
Now Jones on 3rd down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oh, that would have been a nice one to hit on in a tie game. You start to think that one big play, maybe the next big play, could turn out to be the game winner. They took the big shot, but it winds up incomplete.
Fielded at about the 28. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Green Bay about set for another series. Here comes Romeo Doubs. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that a mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. Ball again on 2nd down. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he's going to get this pretty close to the 1st down marker at the Giants' 41. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll run with Hall. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Here's Hall again. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys, because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
A give to Hall running right. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown! Christian Watson, 41 yards. And the Packers have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Carlson's extra point up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Giants 42.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So now Jones and the Giants down by 7, 2:23 to play. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on first down.
26.
Jones on 1st and 10. Short throw going to be caught by Waller. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Running left, it's Hall. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Breece Hall with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Packers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Carlson's extra point up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. So now the story changes. Trailing in this one now. And time, a huge factor. Field goals, useless at this point. They need 2 touchdowns, and they need them in short order. Meanwhile, Jones' throw complete here to Waller. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A 6-yard pickup.
Here's Jones.
And 4 at the 31-yard line.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
And there, even if you've got to take something off that throw so that he slows down to catch it, that's far more preferable than what happened there. A big miss on what should have been a touchdown.
Now Jones. And that is incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
This one, an absolute must. It's 4th and 4.
Here we go. Calm.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones. A short one here, secured by the tight end Waller. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
We've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. So they come up on second down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. They'll go again with Hall. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Breece Hall with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Packers are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead. Carlson's extra point up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this 4th quarter. Now Jones. That's to his running back, Gainwell. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Operating from the gun, Jones. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. He's going to let it fly. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. There he goes, left side. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Packers. Breece Hall finishing strong with 3 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Packers up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. Carlson's extra point up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And the Giants ready to come out now. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
This pass is caught. It's Peoples-Jones with it.